Okay, so let me just give a little quick run through about what just happened. Okay, this is TERA Fatal Room, the new update that came to the game. It's now called Fatal Room. Before it was TERA Rising. But just due to the new expansion that came out. We'll get more into that part, later on in the videos. Alright, here on the servers, 6 servers, 3 PvE, 3 PvP, and I'm going to use this one right here to make a character creation for you guys. Oh, and those who actually want to go on a PvP server but afraid of as soon as they step out, people will start killing them. No, that's not exactly true. In this game, they have a bit of a kind of a little assistance to you, to any new players, any people who create a new character. A little buff, if you will. It's until you reach level 11, you don't have to worry about anybody being able to attack you. Like any high levels able to attack you. Just anybody able to do any kind of attacks by the outworld. But once you reach past level 11 and get off the beginning area, you can then be attacked. But see, that's the whole thing about PvP servers. It's all about, one of you get attacked or attack somebody else. It's the fun about it. You never know what will happen. So, let me create this new character for you guys. Oh, and as I want to let you guys know that in options, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one from the left, second one from the right. And then you guys know this because usually when you first download TERA, everything is so tiny that you won't be able to really see it. So usually, it's kind of zoomed out a bit, so you want to zoom in. So change the scale of the UI. You go down to 4. Go down 4 to UI settings, and you can scale the UI. Smaller, bigger, however you want. But usually this stuff is too small to see. After you just set that up, set anything else up in settings that you want. Just quickly go to start your character. Okay. So now with the the humans class, I'll take hero. Alright, start with the humans. There's races in here, you can be male, female. And let you guys know, every class you can pick any kind of any race you can pick any class. Except for Gunning and Reaper. Those two are locked to certain types. As you see the Gunner right here, says create Gunner. You can only be a high elf, which I'll show you down here, and a Kastanic. And they're only able to be women. So let's go down. Here are the Kastanics. And you got their little horns here. They only race like that. Well, the only race like that besides the Amon, but these guys look more human than anything. Human or kind of like elf. And it said that the race, there's a little racial traits right here for each character. You can kind of put them together with the class traits. I'll show you the classes, but here with the racial traits, some of them are activated, some are passive. It means that's just like kind of like a little buff that you get. And here are a little description about each character, each of the races of these characters. So you might want to look. if you're into knowing about, you know, the game, the lore of the game, the, you know, the storyline, just quickly read through each one of these. You know, it'll give you a little insight. Are the people with horns or the Amon? And the female Amons look more, have more human. I'm not sure how to say, but well, how is they have more human features on them. They don't look like these. Like these guys look like some kind of they're like little beasts. Although no matter what, these guys, if you ever see their feet, it kind of looks like, I don't know, elephant or rhino feet. Alright, head down to the Popori. And you read down here, you understand about these guys, exactly what they are. But I'm not going to that. I just don't want to spoil it for you guys. You guys can read. Or pretty much you probably might even pause this and actually read down there. Now, favorite game, I know a lot of people play them, is the Ellens. These little ladies are half animal and kind of half little girl. They're supposed to be older than actually what they appear to be. You know, kind of living longer lifespan. Next up is the Baraka. These guys, big, muscle. They look like they got a bunch of muscles, like with skin. And they got rock armor. Rock the skin and just well, half rock, half muscle. They look kind of if anybody here has watched Dragon Ball Z and seen Piccolo, you know, those little spots in. That's what they kind of look like. I need a better description of them. But yeah. These guys, they're not bad. They got some nice stats here. If you want to check them out. And here are the high elves. They're not like the little elves you hear about with Santa Claus or whatever. These guys are actually kind of one of the tallest races in the game. Probably compared to a Baraka or a Amon. They are like, at least they're taller than any of the other races. Actually, I wanted to be probably about the same size as the Amon and Baraka. Gotta get close to someone else and check that out. So yeah, you could pick male or female in the high elves, the Amon, and Sanic. The Sanic gang here. So I wanted you guys to know that the human male. Well, this will be a little funny. I'm just gonna quickly select a class, so just deal with it, just so you can see it. Now the human males kind of look like they're on steroids. Look, little head, big body. They look like they do nothing but hit the gym all day. A little bit you could change some of the facial features, you know, try to get the face to somewhat match the body a little bit. Still small, but alright, let me head back real fast. Now, as I told you, the Gunner and the Reaper is locked by characters, by different types of race. Reaper, the Ellen, and you have to have a level 40 on the same server. The Gunner has to be a Castanic or a Gunner lady. Now, when you choose the class that you want, you can see down here, it has the skill. So it gives you like a little estimation on how difficult the skill's going to be to, master. I don't find any of them really hard to master, but that's just me. Any casual gamers here might, find them a little difficult here and there. Newcomers to the gaming community. So with before I head down there, the Berserker is a DPS type. He uses a lot of AoE attacks and has heavy armor. It's also one of the DPS classes that can actually block. Also, yeah, this is also the traits for the type. This is the Berserker, the traits that you get with the class, and a little description about the class. Right. Head down to Lancer. Now here, the Lancer is, in this game, the go-to tank. The one that people actually want around. Lancer has the heavy armor, the ability to block with a shield, absorb all that damage, and has pretty good aggro rate, full aggro. He is just that overall, I take the beating and eat it as well. Lancer has one of the highest survivabilities in this game. Combined with a certain class, you get those buffs from those classes, the traits, and you can have one tough, sturdy war right here. Now, let's see. He's close range, so you can't. Most of his attacks are close range. He does have a pull, so any tank has a pull. But yeah, mostly he's a bit slower with certain attacks, but there are ways to speed him up. I have to show you a playthrough with one. The Slayer. These guys are a little quick on their feet, moving around a bit, but attacks can be a little slow. They do AoE damage. It's not very slow, but compared to other melee type, any kind of melee type attackers, DPS, these guys can be a little slow, but they do some nice damage. I haven't gotten very far with one, not just yet. I've been working on other characters. But I do plan to get one character of each type to level 65. And I am already, I have to say, loving the Slayer. Now, warriors. They use dual-wield weapons. One of the fastest in this game for melee combat. They are also in this game considered a tank, but they're not like the Lancer, where Lancer pretty much stands his ground. The warriors, when they get aggro as tank, they jump around the area. They move real fast so they can dodge attacks, keep the enemies on them, but at the same time moving about. They also have a block just in case, they can't get away at the time. They can block. Just like a Berserker or the Lancer can block. The Lancer's shield absorbs it. The warriors do dual wielding, swords absorb, and also the Berserker's, little, what would that be, like an axe, pike? It also absorbs. Now, sorcerers. They are AoE mid-range combat class. I'm not sure I would say probably a bit. People consider them mid-range, but it's a bit more than that. Most AoEs are pretty much mid-range. They can actually extend those with glyphs. So, can range or damage. That stuff I'll get into in another one. Talk about glyphs. Talk about lock-ons, different types of things with your powers. Let's see. the AoE attacks, here you're going to see the beginning attacks you'll get. Some of the nice, powerful attacks you'll get with these guys, what they feature. Actually, this one right here is not going to be a beginning one. It comes later on. That's what I'm going to say. But it does, these are like some of the big AoE attacks right here. Alright. Let's head down to the archer. Archers are more precision and they have quick attacks. Also, the archer is like, you know, kind of the rogue class that drops traps, slow you down, put a dot on you or burn it. You know, these guys, they have a kind of a wide range potential. You coming at them, and you in the actually in the close corners, an archer can pretty much just like this. Don't corner a rat. We'll fight better, or don't corner a cat, however the saying goes. You drop those traps, you get hit by them, get behind you, get out of the way, and start, once he gets to that range. It's pretty much just all the road. All she wrote for you guys. The fat lady has sung. Although there are ways to get close up to the archer, or even some range classes can do some serious damage to the archer. The sorcerer has a shield. You can use that to get a little bit closer, do some AoE damage, lock on damage with certain attacks. Alright, let's move down to the priest. These guys are the healing class. I haven't got really far with a priest, but it does some nice AoE heals. More efficient than the mystic at times. If anybody's played DC Universe, I consider the priest to be more of a sorceress type with the heals, or at least close to that, magic user. But I'm getting a little distracted with another. I don't want to talk about another game. This is TERA. The Mystics. These guys like to drop baubles, little round balls on the ground that you can pick up for mana and power. Also, if say you go into instance and you just don't have a tank, the Mystic has pets. And one of the pets is actually a tank type pet where it grabs aggro due to the Mystic command telling them to attack or whatever. It has the ability to grab the aggro. It can even help a tank out. Tank self getting too low, throw out that pet to grab the aggro, then to heal the tank. Misses are quite good, but most of the attacks, most of the powers to heal come from those bubbles. When you use the other way to heal, to lock on and heal a certain person, your aggro goes up, and you can sometimes pull the aggro off the tank. That you don't want to do. So you want to use those as less as possible. That's why the priest at times with PvE can be the better choice. But as I said, it's up to you. Decide what you like when you play. Alright. So, I said I was going to create a class. I'll just choose anything. Choose a mystic. Alright, here we go with the presets. You can choose any one of these spaces. You know, start north face for your character. It really doesn't matter about this. This is only if you want to go through that. You can actually change your face right here, then the hairstyles. Give them a nice little fade, or however you want. My guy's a mystic, you know, more of the learn type. Let's see. I guess I'll give him one of those long hairstyles. Probably seeing some kind of animation or something. I'll give him one of those. Let's see about face. Getting one of the old guy looks. Okay, this face just looks way too deviant. Like, he is plotting something. Alright, I want to show you something. The dormant side right here. Now, you see at the bottom where you can have a little something extra here. That only works for the first 3 usually. For most, for the first 3, they're only the ones that really usually have a little something extra. For the humans, I guess it's a little beard. Other classes of other things like earrings or headpieces or something like that, you know, something that goes on them. I think I'll go with this guy. Do that, and let's see if we can change around the eyes and face features. A little barrel skull. Some tats would be nice. Your character, you know, fix it how you want. And the faces, you can change it just to color the skin. I'll go with darker skin type. And then features is the hair. You can have all black hair type or red, however you feel about your character. Afterwards, you can go down here to find details. And you know, just fix things up however you want. You know, give the face a certain special touch of yours. Whatever you want to do with it. And next is outfits. Then you can see how your character would look. You know, different outfits that the character will have. This is how it will progress in the game. Certain type. Well, these aren't all the outfits, but these are different types of outfits here that your character will look like. This is not what you'll start out with, but what you will actually be getting in the game as you level up. I actually like this one. And if you click on them twice, it changes the color, so you can see them in a different kind of way. That's not bad. And now let's go down to voice. You give your characters, you know, start off with a deep voice or kind of soft. Yeah, that doesn't sound like him. Having this character right here sound like this. Yeah, that's not good. I think it's more of this sound. Then after that, just edit name. Let's see. What would be a name for him? Let's see. gonna name him Heel On, and last name will be Death. You want to give your character the last name. Once you do the space here and click OK, it will put it like this. So no matter what, it won't allow your name to constantly have a space. It'll put a dot there to separate the first name from the last name. One name would just be regular, no dot, nothing else, just like that. That's how you want to pick your character, I'm saying. So name it how you want. If you don't mind a dot, give it the second name, last name. After that, you're finished. You just click the button. And you're all set. Here's my character, and all I have to do is hit play.